Let's see. Yep, it's recording. Hello, Manjali. How have you been? I don't know. Video taping once again. Still don't really know what your voice is, and it's always interesting talking to you because my mind will play a voice of other people. But anyhow, you wanted to hear my voice, and then the story of how I got to figure out how my friends and how good they actually are. And so this all started out is when during high school and sophomore year we always had these Tuesdays it was on Tuesday where our group would decide to randomly just like tackle, and we would tickle and just mess around with just a single person. It was always random and it was always fun. Because we would never try to hurt each other at the same time. And so it was at just about the middle of the year. And after this had all happened, they finally decided to get me. But being in wrestling for such a long time, they didn't really get very far. And if anything, I was actually keep holding them all off before they could do anything. And so after this, there was this new group that decided to hang out on top of this, what we would call Senior Hill in our high school, because all of my friends were seniors at the time, so they were all hanging up there, and I was with them. And so this new group was there also, and this one guy, he walked up, he was just about 180 pounds probably, but he was much shorter than me. And so he walks up, and he's staring at me in the face, and we just keep on looking at each other. I didn't know what the hell he was trying to do, and I didn't know what he really wanted. All I know is that he was in my face. But as soon as I blink, for whatever reason, he decided to throw me. And I was completely thrown off guard. But as soon as I hit the ground, I saw that he got tackled. I didn't know who it was. I didn't see who it was. Honestly, I was falling to the floor, and all I was doing was looking at the sky. As soon as I was picked up by my friends, sorry, there was something scratching my feet, I noticed that the kid was getting beat the crap out of, basically. As soon as I got picked up, they let go of him and picked him back up. And I realized it was my friends and my brother who actually had tackled him, and they were punching him. And so now both groups were just standing there, were staring the shit out of each other because, well, one, they just tackled me, and then two, we just tackled one of their guys. So at the end of all that, we were finally able to dispute it and get it settled down. And at the end of the day, that was only during lunch, there was a 30-minute break between classes, that they were decided that they wanted to chuck Gatorade bottles half filled with water throughout high school, just like throw them in the air as high as they can, and then just watch them fall and see whatever would happen. And one of these actually had hit one of our friends again, and so we got really mad at them, and we got in their faces again, and the principal finally came out and got everyone to stop. But it was after a rainy season, so everything was completely muddy, like everything. And so while I was there, one of my old friends from Sakamoto came up and said, "Dude, let's do you have a bike with you?" And I said, "Yeah, of course, I have this really nice bike." He's like, "Okay, let's go ride down this hill." I was like, "Sure, why not?" And he's like, let's try to drift down it." And I was like, "Oh jeez." So the whole thing is, I didn't know how to drift on a bike because it's a bike. You don't really drift on those. And so me and this kid were trying to go down this hill while the principal was trying to dispute all the things and try to figure out what the heck happened and who would get in trouble. And all the while, me and this one kid come back, and my bike was at first red and it had a few details on it, but now it was completely brown from the mud. And I was completely covered. My pants were completely soaked in mud and stuff. We were laughing the entire time because we finally figured out how to drift down a hill. And after that, our group just got a warning, and their group, since they've been getting in trouble before, they got in trouble, which was nice. Nothing happened with me, luckily for that, but and they left the hill, and after that, I got to figure out that my friends, they watch out for me. That's what I like about them, and that is the story of how I found out how good my friends are. And good night, Manjali, and sweet dreams. I'll give you heart.